Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Monday, the 30th day of March.
Month is almost over again.
It's National Take a Walk in the Park Day.
Oh,
It's
nice.
also National Doctors Day. Hats off to the doctors right now, by the way.
Absolutely.
You know, I always appreciate doctors, but I think everybody appreciates doctors a little more right now. National I Am in Control Day. Oh,
No.
God. National Pencil Day. National Turkey Neck Soup Day.
Ew.
Yeah. And National Virtual Vacation Day. So we should all think of somewhere we want to go virtually today.
That we can all do.
And then, play a little music that would be right for the mood and just pretend like you're there. Also, I'm so excited. It's a Movie Star Monday. And I got not one, I got two movie stars today, Heidi. I've got Steve Lemme and Kevin Heffernan. You might know them from a little movie called Super Troopers.
Oh, fun.
And
I
then
love that movie.
Super Troopers 2 did like $100 million just in DVD sales. And I heard a rumor that there's a Super Troopers 3. I'm going to ask him about it.
Fun.
I saw a little hint on the internet that makes me think it could be true. We will find out. They also have this little show called TacomaFD. It's doing really well. And season 2 just started. We'll chat with him all about it.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study found that older people are more emotionally stable and less volatile than younger people. Who does these studies?
Exactly. And what's the point?
I do really think we should set up our own study company.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I think it would be so much fun to do that. So I'm going to have to think of a really good
We wouldn't
name.
even have to do studies. Just talk about common sense thing that everybody already knows. Hey, we did a study.
Don't let the cat out of the bag. That was my plan all along.
Good Lord.
I have a link to it. It's in the show notes, this one. You can find that at johnandheidishow.com.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. According to an arrest report, a Florida man was caught using a stolen credit card. The card was from a dead person.
Oh.
And he was trying to eat the card to destroy the evidence when he was being questioned.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. He was trying to buy some jewelry and gift cards with a fraudulent debit card. When the deputies arrived, the 27-year-old Jose Herrera, detained by Disney security, had his hands in his pockets. When they came over to him, they found a baggie with a white powdery substance in his pocket. And when they said, "What do you got there?" he goes, "I'm not going to lie, it's cocaine." Well, at least he was honest about that.
Yeah.
He did try to eat the fraudulent credit card to destroy the evidence before he could be questioned. Charged with fraud of a person who is deceased, possession of cocaine, and possession of a stolen credit card. So it's like the triple trifecta right there.
There you go.
It's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com, and I'm so excited because we've got 3 coronavirus stories. Why would I be excited about that?
Why?
Because Bond girl Olga Kurylenko was, like a week ago, we talked about this, that she had been reported to have coronavirus.
Right.
She's completely recovered. Tested positive earlier in the month. She's completely recovered now.
Okay.
And I don't know what her age is. It's not in this story, but it was in the last one, and she's not like 20-something.
Right.
I can tell you that. Also, here's the second story. Actor Daniel Day Kim says the anti-malaria drug the president had recommended has cured him from the coronavirus.
I read that. That's great
That
news.
is so cool. And then another story here that's a positive story. Tom Hanks says he is feeling way better after 2 weeks and it says his diagnosis came out 2 weeks ago. He's in Australia right now filming an Elvis movie, and that's where he caught the coronavirus. So three very positive stories to kick off the week, and I hope this is a sign of things to come. Thanks for listening to Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. You're supposed to cluck, Heidi.
I am not clucking. I've already told you that's not happening.
The nation's divorce lawyers are warning that divorce rates are skyrocketing right now. Who would have thought all of this time together? You know, honestly, this should be a really good time to be able to communicate with each other. Think about this. It's not like, well, I got to watch the game. What game are you going to watch? I mean, you should spend some time talking to each other. That would be a really good thing to do. So I'm sad.
But some people, once they start talking to each other, realize they don't like each other as much as they thought they did when they weren't talking to each other.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad that doesn't sum things up for us. What? City of Las Vegas is struggling to stay afloat right now. This huge impact for them right now.
Yeah.
A video of a Missouri man licking deodorant at a Walmart.
Gross.
What are you doing? He said, who's afraid of coronavirus? The video's gone viral.
Gross.
The guy is not that smart. Why would you do that? Weird story here. Again, I hate there's so many stories about this, but again, I've tried to avoid this. This is like the one segment where we're going to have some of these stories.
Okay.
2 airline pilots in India jumped out of their airplane on the runway when a passenger sneezed.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, there's a video of that that's also gone viral. I've got a link to it if you want to see that. Prince Charles has tested positive for coronavirus.
Yeah, I knew that.
Said to be
too bad.
self-isolating with mild symptoms. If you're going to self-isolate, think about that.
What better place than a palace?
I know. I'm like, oh, this must be rough, man.
Yeah, poor guy.
I'm quarantined to nothing but 20,000 square feet. United States shut down the first website spreading fraudulent info about COVID-19. The site, I'm not going to give the domain name because it doesn't matter, but they were giving away coronavirus vaccinations, wink, wink, to anybody who paid $4.95 in shipping and handling, wink, wink. Oh, wow. It was a giant scam. Of
course.
Yeah, don't fall for that stuff, please. There are a bunch of cancellations for weddings, and proms, and retirement parties, and in our family,
even had a funeral that was postponed.
It's been postponed. So there are a lot of those things going on. So if that's something that has affected you, maybe feel better knowing that it's affected a lot of people. We had a wedding also that was postponed. That's going to be in like December now.
Yep.
A Kentucky couple flipped out on a Kroger cashier who refused to sell them 522 cans of Mountain Dew.
What on earth?
They had a cartload. There's a photo of them. I've got a link to the story. At one point, the guy threatened to bite the cashier. Hey, people, calm down, all right? And finally, one last story here that I think this is pretty cool. Michael Levitt, a Stanford biophysicist and Nobel Prize winner. This falls in the category of kind of a smart dude, Heidi. Mm-hmm. He analyzed the data on the coronavirus and says our country is going to be fine a whole lot sooner than anyone realizes. So really, really smart dude looking at the data said, hey, this is going to get better pretty darn quick. So again, awesome. I'm doing as much as I can on this Monday to say I hope, because we had a lot of positive stories, very good things. Yeah. So hopefully this is all good things to come. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening on a Movie Star Monday. It's actually more like a Movie Stars Monday today because we've got two. We've got Yeah, Steve Lemme and Kevin Heffernan. You might know them from Super Troopers. They also did really well with Super Troopers 2, did over $100 million in DVD sales. That is awesome. And then we spoke with them like a year ago. They have a new thing on True TV called TacomaFD, and you're back for season 2. And the cool thing is, season number 1 has done very well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really went over well. People enjoyed the first season, especially firefighters. You seem to really hit a nerve.
No, that's really, really cool. And I know when we talked before, I was even a little concerned. I'm like, no, don't make fun of firefighters. But you're not making fun of them. As a matter of fact, some of your biggest fans are firefighters.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, the original intent was never to make fun anyway, I think sometimes when Super Troopers would get reviewed, it would say 5 bumbling highway patrolmen, and we definitely didn't want that to be the case. And so we made sure to show that these guys are good at their jobs, and they're prepared. Their station is always clean, and they're ready to go, like all firefighters are. But then you have the inevitable downtime, and that's when the hijinks start. And, of course, sometimes you go on crazy calls, and every firefighter that we've met now has told us that, the stories that our show is actually a pretty accurate depiction of firefighter life, and then they all tell us ridiculous stories from their station lives and their adventures out there in the real world. So it's been great.
Have any of those stories had a chance to make their way onto the TV show yet?
Yeah, we fill the show with them, and we usually put our own kind of comic spin on them. But we had a guy tell us a story about how their fire department, they had to go help a guy out who was on drugs, and he had a doll with him in his house, and he made the firefighters give CPR to the doll.
That's awesome. Sometimes truth is actually stranger than fiction.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Dunham to play the guy, and we do the scene with Jeff Dunham and his ventriloquist dummy. Really funny, some of the stories that you get and what we can spin out of it.
That is fantastic. And you guys have had some really awesome people have a chance to make their way onto the program, Jeff Dunham being one. Who are some of the other fun people we're going to see on this next upcoming season of Tacoma FD?
We also got Joe Pantoliano, Joey Pants. He actually plays my father, Eddie Panizzi Sr. We've got Bobby Moynihan, he's coming on. Got Jimmy Tatro, he's coming on. Who else do we have?
Martin Starr, Paul Soder.
Oh, yeah, Paul Soder, one of our Broken Lizard cohorts. He's coming on, Martin Starr from Silicon Valley.
True TV's Tacoma FD was listed as one of the year's best comedies last year, which is awesome. And I think right now, Season 2 coming out at the perfect time, people really need something to kind of make them smile right now.
Yeah, well, we've always, in our careers, tried to make our movies and the TV stuff we've done be an atmosphere where people can come and feel like they're part of a group and having fun and sitting in a room cracking jokes with their friends. And I think, people can use that right now. And so I think Tacoma FD Season 2 is going to have that feel.
So we talked a little bit about Super Troopers and Super Troopers 2, which did amazingly well. And I'm reading some rumors that Super Troopers 3 may be on the way. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, we are. We've closed the deal with the studio, and we're writing the script right now. And obviously the social distance thing is a bit of an impediment in terms of the writing process, but we're a few drafts in, so hopefully we'll be shooting Super Troopers 3 very soon.
That is fantastic. Right now, folks are looking for something to make them smile. Super Troopers 1 and Super Troopers 2, both available in a lot of places. Can we also watch the first season of Tacoma FD somewhere as well?
Yeah, I think it's in a few different places. You can watch it on Amazon. I think you can watch it on Hulu. And then you can just go to the True TV website. They have it up there. I think they're making it available for free right now. If you want to go binge Season 1, I think you go to TrueTV.com, and they have all the episodes up.
And then Season 2 coming out right now. It's on True TV, Tacoma FD. And again, huge thank you to Steve and Kevin for taking the time to chat. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.
Again, a big thank you to our not one, but two movie stars for Movie Star Monday, Steve Lemme, Kevin Heffernan. Again, Super Troopers is one of the movies they've been in, and then also Super Troopers 2 is another one, and we just learned Super Troopers 3 is kind of in the works right now. Also, don't forget Tacoma FD, very funny show on True TV, and Season 2 just premiered on Thursday, March 26th. Again, all of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thank you for listening to another Movie Star Monday.
If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you should consider joining us for this amazing vacation.
My wife and I have been to this event the last 3 years, and we've had a blast.
Join us at the Sands.
Hear amazing music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Belinda Carlisle,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Howard Jones,
and many more.
Plus, meet awesome stars from movies and TV.
It's the best week ever.
Learn more right now at thesands.rocks.
That's thesands.rocks.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Bermuda Triangle. Ooh.
Okay.
Spooky, right?
You don't hear anything about the Bermuda Triangle
Well, they
anymore.
say it's not more likely to cause a mysterious disappearance than anywhere else, really. So it's a North Atlantic Sea called the Devil's Triangle or Bermuda Triangle. It's an area that's kind of a triangle shape from Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Seemingly swallows up ships and aircrafts. Explorers all the way back to Christopher Columbus report odd occurrences like fireballs in the sky that turned out to most likely be a meteor crashing.
Okay.
Historians, scientists, and Coast Guard have proven that vessels are no more likely to disappear there than anywhere else. There's just a lot of rumors about that.
Right.
Many prior disappearances have then also been they've discovered that this is what explains it. So, but it's still kind
you
of
don't
fun
hear those
little mystery
stories anymore.
Well,
though.
I think with the advent of the internet, where people can check things and go, "Wait a minute, that's not true."
Yeah.
I think some of that stuff kind of went away. So there you go. Still very interesting, and I grew up really fascinated with that. So this has been today's fun fact.
Not all credit cards are created equally. Some cards have higher rates, some have annual fees, some are just not very good. Often people will sign up for these because that's all they qualify for. But if you've done that, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation can change. Then you could qualify for a better credit card, one that offers you a better rate, or one that offers miles, points, cash back, or whatever is the best fit for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world. I see London. I see France. I guess it's France. Never mind. There's something about underpants.
What are we talking about?
Dateline France.
Okay.
A Frenchman ran a full 26-mile marathon on his balcony, running in place. Like, I don't know if it's on a treadmill, apparently.
Oh, okay. Probably.
But wanted to do this marathon and wasn't able to do the marathon, so ran the marathon and live streamed it, and that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Would you do that? Would you run a marathon on a treadmill?
No, I wouldn't run anywhere. Period.
I would do that. Maybe not.
You would not.
I'd break it up over the course of like a month or two.
You would not.
I could do that. Was it 26 miles? I could do that in a month. Thanks for listening.
If you did it every single day, 1 mile a day, maybe.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.
Drinking too much can ruin your life. Alcohol and drug issues can cause problems at work, at home, and pretty much everywhere. If substance abuse has taken over your life and you want to quit, there is help. TimeForRehab.com could be the first step in the right direction for you. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find a new life beyond addiction. Your insurance company may even cover the cost to help make this happen. You can learn more now at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. It's a Florida story, Heidi.
Okay.
We head to the Clearwater Mall, where some people noticed a couple of folks in a vehicle, naked, wrestling and fighting each other.
Is that what they were doing?
They were, actually. Police separated the couple, and separate arrest affidavits, one for Robert Janish, 21-year-old Minnesota resident, and the other for his girlfriend of 6 months. It doesn't say her name. Why wouldn't her name be in here?
Maybe she was a minor?
I don't know. Both reportedly admitted to be drinking a little alcohol that day. During the questioning, they said, well, they didn't start out fighting. They were doing something else to start with. And then this led to that, and she made him mad, and then he started choking her.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it turned into a big bad deal.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It escalated very quickly. So, there are details in here of what happened, but I'm not reading this stuff on the air. I mean, even what I said made me nervous.
You're going to have to look at that.
It's in the show notes. It's one of those stories I probably shouldn't have read, but it's in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Florida man naked from the waist down, made lewd gestures at underage girls. We talked about this.
Did talk about
it.
this.
It was our fake news or
It
Florida
was.
last week. So he got in a car accident with some girls. 23-year-old Cody Hicks then got out of the vehicle and pulled his pants down all the way to nothing. Touched himself inappropriately.
Oh.
And then,
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. When the police got there, he said, "I want my lawyer."
Yeah, you're going to need
He was
it.
arrested on lewd and lascivious exhibition charges.
What on
and reportedly
earth?
pled not guilty.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
We got all of the evidence we need. I've got a link to the story. I didn't click on it because I really don't care. But yeah, it's, again, 2 stories in a row today that I probably shouldn't have even read. What a weird bunch of stuff. And both of them happened in Florida.
Introducing InsuranceChicken.com. Why InsuranceChicken.com? Why not? Another insurance company has a duck, one has an emu, and that other company has a lizard. So InsuranceChicken.com is no more silly than any of those. Is it time for you to cross the road for your insurance? Don't be chicken. Check out InsuranceChicken.com. We'll help you peck out the best insurance rates we can find at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. At this point in the program, I read a little story here. My beautiful bride, Heidi, has to guess, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it hashtag fake news made up just to trick Heidi and amuse me?
All right.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Fake news or Florida. Titusville, Florida grandmother took her teeth out to scare an intruder off her porch. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
It is a true story.
We read that one.
Yeah,
Not
we
too
did.
long ago, actually.
It wasn't too long ago. So I got to hold on to these things a little longer
You
because
do.
you clued in on that
I
one
remembered
quickly.
it. Yeah.
Well, it was a good story. But thank you for sharing that. If you come across a story from the great state of Florida that you think would be a fun one, or if you're good at fibbing and want to make up some stuff to trick Heidi, you can do all of that at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And I think this is really kind of a cool story here. First of all, I know what Heidi is going to say when I read this little headline. Actually, I clicked the wrong headline, so I'm going to go to the right one. Otherwise, that wouldn't make any sense at all.
Okay.
So the headline is, 78 elephants in Thailand have been permanently set free from carrying tourists because of COVID-19.
I love elephants.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say
Because
that.
of COVID-19. Can elephants catch COVID-19?
Well, let me explain what's going on here. It says tourism is plummeting in Thailand due to the coronavirus. The working elephants are now being set free for good. 78 elephants at a camp in Thailand were set free Wednesday as their owners were... What?
But here's the thing that is concerning then. Do these elephants know how to fend for themselves now after
yeah, I think
being, domesticated somewhat?
So they were freed as the owners
Fed every
scrapped
day
the heavy wood chairs that were tied to their back. So this is the first time in 44 years that all of these elephants haven't had to wear these seats for the start of their day. It says the parks are going to change their business to allow elephants to roam freely on the grounds and operate the place for visitors to observe the elephants, but they're no longer going to be riding the elephants. So they're still going to be feeding them.
Oh, so so they're staying.
They're still gonna be there.
So they're not free. They're
No.
within this wildlife
Free
sanctuary
compared to what they were doing before.
Right, okay.
So they entered the business in 1976 and let people ride the elephants, and it's been a very positive thing. People have loved it, but they're all cramped together when they're doing that. So now they're going, okay, well, let's change this up, and people can be, distant and see them from different places. It's a cool thing. So it says there were 93 elephants of varying sizes. Government officials said that 85 of them were facing closure unless the situation improved. So 93 elephant camps.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is just one of the camps. 78 elephants now in this one camp. So they must have a lot of elephants in Thailand.
Oh, they must.
Holy cow.
I've never been to Thailand.
Nor have I. I've got a link to the story that I poorly read to you. I apologize. I got to say this site, I love it because I get a lot of people that send me to this site, the same site for good news stories.
Right.
But they've got so many pop-up ads. When I go on there, it pops up.
Makes it tough to read.
Oh, yeah. And I'm trying to read this fluidly. Now, if I was really smart, I would go on here ahead of time.
And read it ahead of time so you know what the story says.
I said if I was smart. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.